Hello, how is everybody doing? It's good to see you all. Wow, January 19th already. The month sure is going by. My name is John Clayton. I'm a recovering drug addict and alcoholic, and I've been clean and sober since February 21st, 2021. Welcome to the channel. Making mountains into molehills. When we stop living in the here and now, our problems become magnified unreasonably. Basic text, page 96. Some of us seem to make mountains out of molehills with our problems. Even those of us who've found some measure of serenity have probably blown a problem far out of proportion at some time or proportion at some time in our recovery, and if we haven't done it so yet, we probably will before long. When we find ourselves obsessed with a complication in our lives, we will do well to sharply remind ourselves of all that is going right. Perhaps we are afraid we won't be able to pay our bills for some months instead of sitting at the calculator adding our financial liabilities over and over. We can take stock of our efforts to reduce expenses. Following this mini inventory, we continue with the task at hand and remind ourselves that as long as we're doing the footwork, a loving higher power will care for our lives. Mountain-sized problems happen sometimes, but we don't need to create them. Trust in a loving God of our understanding will put most of our problems in their proper perspective. We no longer need to create chaos to feel excited about our lives. Our recovery gives us countless real-life opportunities for excitement and drama. Just for today, I will take a realistic look at my problems and see that most of them are minor. I will leave them that way and enjoy my recovery. Yeah, that's a good one. You know what? Since I've been in recovery, I think the only thing I really get mad at these days are just stupid things. Like, well, as you if you've been to my channel before, then you may have heard me talk about how I sometimes have problems with sleepwalking and waking up in weird places in my apartment and or in different rooms or in weird areas, and or I'd wake up by falling into something, or I'd wake up from pinching a nerve or something, and then I won't be able to use parts of my body for 3 to 6 months, which usually is either my left side or my right side. I've had it happen to both sides. Thank God not at once. That would be. You imagine pinching a nerve on both sides of your body? Oh my God, that'd be horrible. Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate every one of you. And life is so much better today, because, you know, I'm not making small issues into big issues. I mean, my biggest, or even my smallest, no, actually, just my biggest issues right now are just making sure that, I can pay my bills every month. Because that's something I never cared about before. And, today I take care of my responsibilities, which it feels odd for me to say, but it actually feels good today that, that I taking responsibility for myself. But, Even though my lifetime was spent as a drug addict, and I kept counting on well, I don't know if counting on is the right term that I'm looking for, but I kept counting on some kind of fantasy that was going to save me, but I just really was just lying to myself all these years because you get so used to people walking out of your lives or whatever that you just think that it can't happen anymore. But I guess since there is nobody in my life, I guess it can't technically can't happen anymore. But I guess when there's no one left to walk out of your life, I guess I'm making it sound, I guess, a lot worse than it is. I mean, there are people out there that I know that do care about me. I just don't have a relationship with them. Anyway, thank you everybody for joining me today. I appreciate every one of you. Nobody's told you today that they love you. Well, I love you, and we will see you again tomorrow. Tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. Alright, bye for now.